one of the greatest things about attending the Whistler Film Festival? Seeing new films! And even better, you get to talk to the filmmakers who are sharing their work with audiences for the first time. I was honored to chat with the makers of Skin in the Game, making its Western Canada premiere at the Whistler Film Festival. Director Adisa and producer Howard Barish were kind enough to talk to me about their film and what it meant to be part of the Whistler Film Festival.
Well, I started working on the script about 2 years ago as I found out about the horrors of human trafficking. And I just started to dive right in. Developed it in about a year and a half, and then I was looking for somebody to put on it to be a partner with it. And I was fortunate enough to meet Howard Barish. Howard Barish came on, saw the vision of it, connected with the subject matter, and here we are at Whistler. Yeah, ideally I think I probably would have went with a straight drama, but it was something about this that kept gnawing at me. I've got 2 daughters. So it was something that touched me personally, and the deeper I got into the world, the more I felt that this message had to get out, and we just needed to delve deep in. I did have to get past some of myself. I'm not that guy that usually will do this kind of I guess just the texture of the grittiness of the film. It took me to places I probably normally wouldn't have gone, but I had to go in order to make the film successful and to be authentic. Yeah, well, we took the approach of bringing in an expert, Jayla Baxter and Delita Miller, and they both came on. These are women that have been trafficked. These are women that have sort of gone through that whole experience, and now they're on the other side of it, and they're rescuing girls. So we conducted little workshops, so we brought all the actors in, because I knew first off that the actors would probably go to YouTube, or they would go to some kind of vision of what they thought prostitution or trafficking looked like. We brought in real people to give them the real texture and the real experience around what the trafficking world was about.
There's no conventional route that we're finding people. We've been in business a long time. I think I founded Can Do Films in 1992, and so we've worked with a lot of people. We've met a lot of people. We've got a great agency paradigm, and scripts come to us from a lot of different places. In this particular case, there was a cinematographer that I used to work with a lot. And he knew Adisa, he knew of the project, and he thought it'd be a good fit, introduced the 2 of us together, and lo and behold, we wound up making a movie together. Yeah. Well, there's always a lot of hurdles, and the budgets that we're producing these films at are extremely modest. So the whole process is a hurdle. The first hurdle is, do you gravitate to the material? And this is tough material, as you said. This is not an easy sell. This is a subject matter that people just don't want to talk about. It happens to be the fastest growing crime in America right now. It is a massive, massive problem. When Adisa first brought this to me, I thought it was a problem in third world countries. I didn't think this was a problem in our backyard. But both in Canada and the US, it's a massive, massive issue. So that was the first hurdle to get through. The second hurdle is, who is this guy? Will I like this guy? Do I want to be in business with this guy for 2 years? Because when you make a commitment to make a film, the filmmaker, this is not a 3-week hello goodbye commercial. This is a long-term process, and you got to really know that you want to be in business with this person and like them. So that was the next hurdle, and then it becomes how much money do we have to make this, and who's going to come on board to do it with us? Because on the smaller films, you have to surround yourself with super passionate people that are there because of the project and not the paycheck. And lo and behold, we came up with a great cast, a great crew, and I think we've got a great film. We shot the whole film in Los Angeles, and we had
16 days.
16 days.
16 days.
Howard generously gave us, I want to say he gave us 18 and then took away 2 and gave us 16 and then gave us the speech of, you can do it, you can do it,
you can do
Can Do is the name of the film company, and Can Do we did.
LA is not the only place to shoot film. As a matter of fact, I see an awful lot of films leaving LA, to find other production centers. And truth be told, some of it may be purely for financial reasons, and that's okay. But what ends up happening is when these films leave LA and they go to other centers, it helps build and mature film industries in other parts of the world. So I know for a fact there is an incredible amount of production in Vancouver right now. There's an incredible amount of production in Toronto right now. Provinces like Manitoba, Winnipeg's, starting to get more and more stuff. The tax incentives that you've got, provincially here and federally, the money that you can get out of telefilm, is incredible. I mean, those are advantages, to filmmakers locally here that we just don't really get, in the Los Angeles area. So, Los Angeles is sort of the center and the decision-making point from a studio perspective, but certainly not in the independent world.
Go see Skin in the Game. It's screening at the Whistler Film Festival. We're happy to be here.
Worldwide release?
Worldwide release coming 2019. And for more information, make sure you follow Skin in Game on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the Can Do Films website if you like.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Congratulations on the great film. And
thank you.
Thank you, brother.